Hello, welcome to my Flosstube channel. My name is Mandy, and this is my channel, Mandy Needs Stitches. It's a channel about cross stitch mostly. There might be some quilting and some embroidery thrown in here and there. But I wanted to join this wonderful Flosstube community because I've been getting so much. It's been bringing me a lot of joy, bringing me a lot of entertainment, and so I wanted to contribute. And everybody says it's so wonderful to have people comment and so nice to kind of get involved in the community in that way. And so I wanted to try. I have been cross stitching on and off for many years. I got started, I picked up some like dimensions kits at Michael's or Joann's. I actually brought a few to look at. So this is the first one. Oh, Claire. First one I ever stitched, I think. I think it was the first one. I didn't put a date on it. But it was a kit, dimensions kit, stitched on Ada. It says when life gives you troubles, pull bubbles. Super cute. I didn't know anything about finishing or any of that. So it's in this lovely battered up frame, but I don't think if I were picking a pattern now, would I go back and stitch it with all that back stitch and all those French knots. There's just no way. This is another one that, I also framed pretty similar, but it's a small, cute one. Probably took forever before I knew anything about stitching. And then back in 2012, I got really into quilting. I wanted to make a t-shirt quilt because I had finished college and I had a bunch of college shirts and I didn't want to get rid of them, but I didn't want to wear them anymore. So I found a YouTube video, I bought a sewing machine, and they made that quilt. I didn't really know anything about sewing, didn't know anything about quilting, didn't know what a bobbin was. And thanks to YouTube, I finished my first quilt, and from there a session was born. Shortly after that, I discovered Fat Quarter Shop and everything that goes with that company. And then when they started pushing out more cross stitch stuff is kind of when I got back into stitching. A little bit before that, I did stumbled upon the Frosted Pumpkin Stitchery, and I stitched a lot of their stuff too. And I did this Into the Jungle. This was like a year-long mystery style that I did. It was a kit from them, stitched on an Ada, just finished in a plain frame. I took the glass out, but again, back before I discovered what Flosstube was and found all this wonderful stitching inspiration. Anyways, a little bit about me and my family. I've been married to my husband for 5 years. He is in the Army, and so we move every couple of years. Right now, we just moved to Georgia this summer. I have two little boys, a 4-year-old and a 9-month-old, and they keep me busy. Since we just moved, I'm still looking for a job. I'm a nurse practitioner, and yeah, thanks to COVID, I haven't had much luck on the job hunting front, but I'll keep looking, and in the meantime, I gotta stay home with my kids, and stitch. It works out okay. Okay, what else? Not much else to share about me. I probably won't do a whole lot of life updates on these. I don't, some people I like that, and I'll put a little bit here and there, but it's not what we're here for. We're here for the stitching, so let's get into that. I have my notes over here, and my whole table is organized, kind of. So I'll try to, that's why I keep looking to the side. So I will start with, I guess, a couple previous finishes. These are things I've FFO'd in the last 2 weeks, last month maybe. These ones, so Happy Little Stitch Shop is online. It's happylittlestitchshop.com, I think. They have an Instagram account too, but I'm doing a sale with them, and they send out the Little House Needleworks Cottage of the Month every month. And so I've been stitching those, and I just recently finished up a bunch of them. So there's March, and these just, I hang them on a little frame that has a clippy up here. March. Sorry, the lighting's kind of bad. I had to film this after my youngest went to bed, and it's like 8 o'clock. So, April. It's on mat board that and I just hot glue that around to the back, and there's some rickrack. I'm still learning the whole finishing FFOing thing, getting a lot of inspiration from Stitching with the Housewives, Priscilla and Chelsea, Helen D, Little Yellow House Crafts. Here's July. I don't have August. August is displayed downstairs. So. And then this one I'm kind of excited about. It's not completely done yet. I'm trying to decide what to do, but this is Little House Needleworks Pumpkins for Sale. So this is the stitched piece I finished. It's stitched on either 14 or 16 count toast from Be Stitch Me. I changed the colors based off of My Life with Miss Sassy's colors. She's on Instagram and on Flosstube, but I wanted to finish it on these pumpkins. But this is too plain, and I'm trying to decide what else to do. So it needs something up here. I don't know. I got these pumpkins from the Dollar Tree, and I stained them, and I wrapped the stems in some cord, jute cord. And I like this, but I need to do something else, and I don't know what. So if you have suggestions, leave them down below. So those are some recent almost full finishes. And I'll try to show you more along the way. That was another motivation behind starting Flosstube, is so that I could, I don't know, have more drive or more encouragement to fully finish my items instead of finishing the stitching and throwing them in a box. Okay, so next I will show you some things that were finished this last week but not fully finished. I'm participating in Arbitrary August, which I heard first heard the term from Two Martini Stitcher. I think she said in her last week's video that it was originally started by Stitchin' Mommy, maybe. But anyway, so basically I put all my whips on a spreadsheet. There's 39, 40, something like that. And I have a random number picker app on my phone, and it basically picks a number. I go to the spreadsheet, see what number it is on the spreadsheet, and I'll work on that for the day. That was all of my whips, except for I had 3 new starts in there. Just because I felt like working on those at some point this month. And then, so yeah. But 2 of those that were picked were new starts this week, and they were also finishes. So not too bad, huh? The first one, both of these finishes came from the Just Cross Stitch magazine. I actually will show you a picture. the Halloween 2020 edition. So sorry, I've already done this video once and I tried to edit and it didn't go well. So this is how we're gonna do it. And it's all blown out, but I did this one. This is by Lindy Stitches, and I cannot get the lighting good for, yeah, no, that one, by Frosted Pumpkins. You'll see it anyways. But so this is the Lindy Stitches Will Scare for Candy Corn. Super cute. I don't think I used the called for colors, but they're very close to the called for. I just used what I had in my stash. And this is a mystery linen. It's a 32 count maybe that I had got from Stash Unloading on Facebook. Super cute. I think I'm going to finish it into a pillow. And then the other one is also Halloween. I said it was by the Frosted Pumpkin Stitchery. This is, sorry that it's kind of blurry, but it's the lighting. This is stitched on an 18 count Ada from Be Stitch Me. The color is called Under the Sea. It's really, she has some really beautiful fabrics, and this color is like really deep and pretty. But yeah, 18 count Ada stitched with just one strand, which I think was my first time doing that, and I really like it. The stitches are tiny, but it was fun and it worked out pretty quick. So yeah, there's those. I guess next I can move into my whips. So as I said, I have 30 some odd whips, but if I do these once a week, you'll end up seeing them anyways. So I'm not going to go through all of them. I'll just go through the ones that I put time into basically since August 1st. Well, just because I like this one so much. The last time I worked on this was last Friday, the 31st, but this is called Begin Row by Bent Creek. I really like it. And it's fitting since it's my first Flosstube. It says, a journey of 1,000 miles must begin with a single step. So here is my stitching. It's stitched on an 18 count Ada. I think the color is charcoal. This was a Mania start. I started it for Mania. That's where most of my whips came from, is Mania. I started 30 some new projects, and I think I had like 6 or 7 already going into Mania. So, but anyways, this was started in Mania, and then I've put a couple more days of work into it, and I really like it. I want to get back to it, and I don't think, I just have the trees on the top left, so it shouldn't take very long. It's in a bag that I made. Sorry, I'll try to remember to show those. All right, and then on August 1st, the number that was called was the Frosted Pumpkins that I just showed you, the one I had a finish on. The next one I worked on that got called it's a pattern from Crochet to Go Go. She has a shop on Etsy. So this is a PDF pattern, but gosh, sorry guys. This is what the finished piece will look like. That's terrible. I'm gonna have to figure out how to edit, but it won't be in this video. So, anyways, this is another Mania start, and I really like her pattern. She's got some super cute stuff up there, especially for Halloween and Christmas. These are my colors, floss colors. I think I'm using the called for DMCs for the most part, but it's not very many colors, and this is as far as I've gotten. It's a 14 count Ada, and what's it called? Beautiful Beige, I think. But yeah, I really like this piece. And I might try to finish that before Halloween this year. If I sat down and worked on it, it would probably take 2 or 3 days of like a lot of stitching. But anyways, so the next day was, this pattern was called, it's Bloom and Grow Sal by Caterpillar Cross Stitch. And I don't have a cover photo because I rarely print things off. I just work off of my phone, and I'm a little bit behind. But here it is. This, it's stitched on 16 count white Ada. I got the kit from Caterpillar Cross Stitch. And so I have this month as the last month, and it'll be this. And I just have to catch up on these 2 flower pots, or flower. I'll probably finish that in a frame. I think it really wasn't holding my attention very good. And I was caught up every month until last month, and it wasn't holding my attention. And so I think once the final part releases, I'll be more excited to finish, I hope. So I also, that day, the 3rd, worked on, this is called Fresh Picked Tulips from Pedal Pusher. Yeah, I think her shop is on Etsy. Anyways, she was selling the floss packs on her shop, and so I got that. Very beautiful colors. And then here's stitching. This was another Mania start. And Mania, I did the border, and then when I pulled it out the other day, I did the bottom. I started the flowers. Everything looks a little bit washed out. Poor lighting. Yeah, it's stitched on a 14 count Ada called Parchment from Fabric Flare. So I obviously I'm not in a hurry to finish that one because spring is a long way away. And then let's see, the 4th, I worked on candy corn that I showed you the finish on that. The next one that was called was Boo Chockful. All of the Chockful patterns live in this bag. This is a stitch toolbox bag. She's on Etsy. The bags are very nice. They're good quality. Sorry, crinkles. I'm sure most of you have seen this, but this is Boo Chockful from Hands On Design and Priscilla Blaine. Once again, Mania start, if you can call it that. I finished the small in Mania. I think it took me a day, maybe 2, to finish. And then, so yesterday, or whatever day this was called, I got started on the jar. But for some reason, that day I didn't feel like stitching on black. I didn't really feel like stitching this piece, so I didn't get a whole lot of progress. I'm using the call for colors. I stitched on 14 count chalkboard black, Ada. I got the kit from that quarter shop. So there's that. And then the next thing Okay, so we're at Thursday the 6th. I think I finished up a candy a day pattern that day. And then I also worked on this blue flower one. This was a freebie for that Be Well and Stitch hashtag on Instagram, but it's a pattern by the blue flower. It was charted for Dinky Dyes, which I don't have. I haven't ever used silks at all, but somebody on Facebook, I think it was in the Stitching with the Housewives group, posted their like color conversion to DMC, and I liked it, so that's what these are. I'm not gonna list all this information in the box below, but if you have a question, ask about it, and I will absolutely share it. Just I don't have a lot of time, and I'd rather spend my time stitching. So, except for making Flosstubes, this is kind of fun. So, anyways, I didn't get very much progress on here. This was a Mania start, and Mania, all I did was the flowers, and then I just did this little bit of stitching. I don't know, I wasn't calling to me either. So the fabric is, you can see the sparkle pretty good. It's an opalescent 28 count Lugana from Be Stitch Me. I love her fabrics. I have a lot of them. You should check her out if you haven't already. And then yesterday, Friday, the Stitching with the Housewives September truck was called, or spun, or whatever you want to call it. So I pulled that out. I got the top piece done, so that felt good. I'm in the club with Fat Quarter Shop, so I get the full kit every month. Stitched on 14 count chalkboard black Ada. And so I started on the bigger piece. I got the frame from Leila May Designs for finishing. So I have August hanging up right now. August I finish September by the time September rolls around. Okay, second to last is this got called for today. This is also a Stitching with the Housewives chart. Long Mishy Wave. I found this house at Walmart, so I'm going to finish it on this hopefully by next year. This is a big piece. This was a Mania start too, and then I pulled it out today, and I finished the grass and worked on this. So this started going up here. This fabric it's 28 count Monaco that I rit dyed myself. I wanted to try Monaco, and I wanted to try rit dyeing. It turned out I like it, but I don't think I like stitching on Monaco very much. My hand gets tired. I stitch in hand mostly, and it's thick. It's thicker than like a Lugana or an even weaver. Even I feel like it's harder to stitch on than Ada, 14 count Ada, which I have a hard time seeing at night sometimes. Anyways, this is my last strip. I'm going to work on this for the rest that I stitched today. But because I got tired of the long Mishy Wave, I wanted to work on something else, so I spun again. And it picked this. This was also a new start, but I picked Stone Street Stitch Works. Thankful. I love the colors in this. They're beautiful. I think I have most of it called for. It's all called for floss. And this is a This is a piece of scrap that I had. I'm not entirely sure where it came from. Maybe stash unloading. But it's a 28 count even weave. Probably feels like a Lugana. But this is a lot easier to stitch on. It's the weave isn't so tight compared to that Monaco. So this was a lot more. This worked up in an hour maybe. So it should be quick. I am excited. I should have that one done by the time it's time to put up fall stuff. Maybe a little bit after. Okay, so those are my whips. Let's see. Next is haul. I have a good little bit of haul this week. I'm trying to cut back my spending, but I just happened to have a bunch of stuff that came in around this time. A lot of it was pre-orders and that all kind of shipped and arrived at the same time. But anyways, the first one I'll show you is I recently signed up for the Victorian Motto sampler thread, the limited edition colors. She does two. She does limited edition and she does prim colors. And so I kept hearing people on Flosstube talk about how wonderful these flosses are, so I wanted to try them. And they are. They're beautiful colors, really affordable. It's 20 yards, and you get 6. I took 2 out of this to put into a kit, but you get 6, and it's like $15, and that includes shipping for 20 yards of skein. So that's a really good deal. And some of them they're not super variegated, but they're pretty, and I'm excited to stitch with them for the first time. Okay, I will show you the patterns that I got first. Let's see. A lot of these came from Southern Stitchers Co. on Southern Stitchers Co. website. Let's see. This one is Cottage Garden Springtime series called Be Happy. Super cute. I put the linen in there. That's a 40 count linen. I've never stitched. The highest stitch count I've done is 32. So 40 would definitely be a jump, but I'm gonna try it. So it sounds interesting. That won't get started for a while. Then these are Little Stitch Girl, Haunted Hill Road, and Fa La La Lane. These are so cute. I did her Firework Lane. That was a Mania start, and I finished it already, but I haven't FFO'd it. So I will show it to you in another time. And this one is Heart in Hand Halloween Medley. Pretty cute. I don't think I'll start this year unless I get some big urge for another start. But okay, and then these ones were pre-orders, and they came from Needle Case Goodies on Etsy. This is the new Country Cottage Needleworks Trees and Bees. Super cute. Sorry, it's a terrible picture. My camera or lighting or something's terrible on the picture, but Trees and Bees, that's really adorable. I won't stitch it for a couple, well, maybe start it next year. And then this is the Grace of a Flower by Hands On Designs. I like this one a lot, and it looks like it would probably stitch up pretty fast, so I may or may not try to get it done by next spring. And then this one is Quaker Pumpkin by Hello from Liz Matthews. This is a big pattern. It's got like a 300 thread count or something, 300 something, 327 wide by 143 high. It's big. So I don't know if I might start it because I pulled the floss for it because I think one's missing one to do the border, but these aren't the called for colors, but these are some Victorian mottos, a Gentle Arts, 3 different Victorian mottos, Gentle Arts, and this week's is called for, but I just have to find fabric, and I might start it soon, or soon-ish, if I can find a fabric I like. I was thinking maybe ordering a vanilla latte from Be Stitch Me, because I bet that fabric, that would look very good on that fabric. The last 2 that also came from Needle Case Goodies that I put it up right away because I plan to start these soon, is the Witch's Brew from With Thy Needle and Thread. This is it's not the called for floss, but I put the floss in here and I put the linen in here. It's none of the called for stuff, I just try to do it from scratch. And same goes for this. You can't see the floss. But this is called Hilda Blue and Sunflowers 2. Oh, glare. It was her new release. Brenda Gervais, With Thy Needle and Thread, her new release just recently. And I really, really, really like the color of this linen. This linen on the pattern. It's an R&R 18th century Blackbird, I think it was called. I couldn't find it online. So, and I have this. This is a 25 count Lugana by Be Stitch Me that I really like also. But I might have to stitch it 1/1, and I've never done that before, because if I stitch it 2/2, it would be pretty big, and I like it. I'd rather finish it as a pillow, so we'll see. I'm not going to start that like this week, I don't think. Unless I just get courage. Oh, and then this also came from Needle Case Goodies. Home for the Holidays, Blackbird Designs. This has some cute stuff, but I got it because I really want to stitch that. I've seen not so many people, but I've seen people doing that Christmas garden. This is beautiful. And I would definitely brighten up the colors. I really like Kindred Stitcher's colors. She just recently showed her framed finish, and it's beautiful. I don't know if I'll start it this year or not, though, because I have 40 whips already. And that's a lot. All right, last little bit of haul. This came from Happy Little Stitch Shop. So the September pattern and the floss, the DMC floss for it. Like I said, I'm in her club, Cottage of the Month club. And then I'm also in the club for these tiered trays by Madame Chantilly. This one is Celebrate Summer. We've received the 4th of July one and the spring tray. And so both of those are ones I've started. And then we just got this one and the DMC floss and the French 16 count French lace beta. These guys are big, 134 by 232. So I'm not starting this probably until I have to at least finish the Easter or the spring tray. But Happy Little Stitch Shop, she has a club. We get a different one once a month. I think next month is Halloween, maybe. I don't know. But she has a Halloween, she has a Christmas, she has an Easter. I've heard she's releasing a fall or a winter one. So Madame Chantilly is one of my favorite designers. I have several of her patterns. So let's see. That's that. What else? So plans. Like I said, I'm doing Arbitrary August. So I'm spinning a wheel or picking a number every day and stitching on something different. I will put in some more work on that September truck just so I can get that finished. I am waiting on the fabric to come in for my cottage, September cottage, and once that comes in, I will start that too. That was not part of my list at the moment. And then, yeah, I'll keep doing that, and hopefully I'll check back in next week and have a good deal of progress to show you. That'd be cool. Maybe I'll have that pumpkins finished. Yeah, so hopefully you enjoyed this Flosstube. They will get better with time. You know, this was Flosstube 1.2 because this is the second time I've recorded it. But I couldn't get it to upload right, and I couldn't get the editing right, so I just decided to redo it. And then, yeah, so I don't know if I'll be on here once a week, maybe once every 2 weeks. We'll see how much I have to show you. But I really, I would like you to comment and subscribe and like the video and follow me on Instagram. That would be, I just like to get involved and talk to more people. So, you know, if you have any questions, feel free to ask me. If you have any questions about any of the whips I did or showed you or anything, you know, just ask. I am not opposed to answering any questions at all. So sorry I said 19,000 times, but that's all I have to share. If you like the video, subscribe and comment, and I will talk to you guys later. Happy stitching.